The reason why, let me tell you about the reason why people apply paint first, okay? Is because the sun is so harsh and so extreme that the sun alone will burn away a quarter-inch of wood per century, you know? And like sometimes we work on attic windows, and the inside of the attic windows are often the ones that haven't been painted, and the profiles on the attic windows are gone, completely worn away. Nothing happening other than the sun beating down. And so paint developed as a way to retard that deterioration. Okay, you wanted to block the UVs. They didn't call them UVs back then. You know, they just knew they had to block the sun. You know, same thing. You know, it's like the wood gets sunburned and it starts to weather away. Paint prevents that from happening. Okay, and so they put the pigments in there to block that, and to block the sun, and that was the main point. Color was a secondary thought. You know, I mean, yes, you got to choose white. You might get to choose red. Might get to choose green. You know, because these were the predominant colors that were available at the time. But color wasn't as important back then. They developed over time, and people really mastered that art. But paint started to protect. People started painting to protect their investments. Okay, protection. That's what paint is for, and that's the way that these windows were painted when they were put in, with the protection idea in mind. Okay, and so if you walk in with this mindset of I'm going to protect this window, okay, with the paint, you are already ahead of the game. You're already ahead of any competition you might have. You already know more than your painter, probably. Okay? Because modern painters, what they're trained to do is change that wall from blue to beige. And I'm going to do a really good job at it. The client wants that wall beige, and they want that crown molding up there to be Benmore or white color. And watch me. I'm going to paint that line on there white color. And if I can't get that line just right, I'll put up some blue tape. You know? And I'll put that blue tape up there and I'll get that just right. And even though it seeps under the blue tape, I'll go back up there and I'll fix it. And it'll be beautiful. See, modern painters think with cosmetics in mind. Okay? This is why painters are the main source of my business. Because they don't understand that fundamental thing that the paint was designed to protect. If you don't use the paint to protect what you've done, then all of your work is worthless. All of your work is going to